Hi, it's Marty and Avrum live. When I was a kid, my mother used to make brisket. And you know what she put in the brisket? Mushrooms. I said, Ma, what do you put mushrooms in here? It tastes good. It tastes delicious. So now we're finding out from Carlo that mushrooms have healing abilities. They're like doctors. Right, Carlo?
Mushrooms are everything. As a matter of fact, it's coming out now. People are understanding that mushrooms is its own kingdom. You remember the game when you ask 20 questions, is it animal, mineral, or vegetable?
Yeah.
Well, mushrooms is its own kingdom. It is not a vegetable. It breathes oxygen like us.
Yeah.
We derive from oxygen, mammals and animals and everything from 3 million years ago. They've been discovering more and more mushrooms. You're going to be shocked when you find out there's over 3 million types of mushrooms found so
Oh my
far.
gosh.
A few years back, they were at 1 million. Now they think there'll be over 5 million.
They're multiplying.
They are, and they think mushrooms came through us because the spores can last and can live in space. So who knows where they came from?
What does that mean? It came through us.
We came from mushrooms. Our tree came 3 million years ago. All animals, insects, and mammals, we came from mushrooms.
We began as
We began
mushrooms.
as mushrooms, and somehow we.
Well, that's a far sort of leap from the idea of evolution and
Yes.
primates.
Well, that's 3 million years ago. That's way back, farther than the mammal, right?
So little Marty was a mushroom once.
We were all.
And now
mushrooms.
I'm a big mushroom.
And
Really?
there's so many types of mushrooms. They do so many things. Like Paul Stamets is an amazing mycologist, and that's sort of the term for people who study mushrooms. Most of the mushrooms are actually under the ground, under the earth. Only 20,000 are fruit out.
Yeah.
They call them fruiting bodies. So about 20,000. So if you were to calculate all the mushrooms on the earth that come out, there's 20,000.
Yeah.
The rest are below. The other original network, the mycelium network of mushrooms, if you step on a square inch, there's thousands, if not more miles, kilometers, whatever, of network, little thin, and all like plants, trees talk to each other using the mycelium network, but not through their own roots, but through the mushroom network. It's the original internet.
The mushrooms communicate with each other?
The mushrooms communicate with each other. They use the other plants and communicate through the mushroom network with each other.
Unbelievable.
Yes.
So let me ask you. Some people are very passionate about art. Some people are passionate about cars. What drew you to mushrooms?
I'm passionate about health, and I was just learning about it. And there's great, knowledgeable videos and information from many different sources. And the problem is, you need to go to these sources because, as we all have learned through the pandemic, big pharma and all them will not promote very natural healing
Right,
things. You can't
right.
promote hydrogen peroxide because you can't own it. You can't try to sell your own mushrooms or own healthy products. I can't tell people, what's the point of telling people how great oranges are for you if I can't make all the money from it, right?
Right,
Big
right,
pharma.
right.
So they can't own it, right? So because they can't own it, then they that's the problem. So a guy like Paul Stamets, who's sort of told everyone about turkey tail mushrooms, how it saved his mother, stage 4 cancer, survived after 3 months, clear of cancer.
So
from turkey tail.
what's your vision for mushrooms and you? Where will you take it?
Well, we started Verde Juice Cafe, and in there we're selling all healthy products, including mushrooms, and we have a few products, and we want people to understand how to make themselves healthy, feel good. It doesn't matter how long we live; it just matters that until the day we die, we feel great. Exactly.
Quality
Have the
of life.
quality.
So interesting.
You know what? I can't wait to try this juice, which we're going to do. And you are just a wealth of knowledge.
You really are. You're like a
You
lab.
got to tune in because there's so much more coming with Carlo and Marty and Avrum Live, which we are so glad to be back and glad to be alive, right?
Yes, we are.
Take mushrooms.
Yeah.